Hello students, welcome to the channel, The Royal Chemistry, all about the chemistry. In this video, we are going to see about the extraction of crude metal, that is for class 12, unit 1, metallurgy, that is extraction of crude metal. So we are going to extract the pure metal from the crude metal. So after watching this video, you will clearly get an idea about that what is roasting. So let's see about the topic roasting. Here the thing extraction of crude metal is, before enter into that, first we should know what is crude metal. The ore is considered, that is concentrated ore is considered as the crude metal, the previous process. So this ore is a solid mass. I am going to convert this one into an pure metal under this topic, extraction of the crude metal. So for this conversion of ore into the pure metal, this will undergo two steps. One is concentration of that ore into a metal oxide, and second one is that metal oxide should be converted into a metal. So ore cannot be directly converted into a metal. First the ore should be converted into a metal oxide, and then metal oxide should be converted into a pure metal. So for that it is done by two steps. The first one, conversion of the ore into metal oxide, is done by two things. That is two different methods we have for the conversion. One is roasting and then one is calcination. So in this video we are going to see about that roasting for the conversion of a metal oxide to an, that is ore into a metal oxide. So what are the steps for the processing of the certain ore is, this is just a step of processing. The aim is to convert the ore to the metal oxide. That will be facilitate to the next step of the smelting takes place in the reduction process. Let's see what's the definition for this roast. So what is roasting? It is just a process in metallurgy for the conversion of an concentrated ore into an metal oxide. So purely here the ore is sulfide ore is going to be converted into a metal oxide. So the process is for the sulfide ore, especially for the sulfide ore. So the first, during what will happen during the roasting. So during roasting, the sulfide ore is converted into the metal oxide. Along with that, sulfur dioxide is formed, and gases, that is sulfur dioxide gas is released out along with that. Okay, so the roasting process வந்து conversion of an ore to metal oxide தான். அதில் sulfide ore தான் ப்ரிஃபரபுளாக இதுக்கு நம்ம யூஸ் பண்ணுறோம். ஸோ இதில் என்ன எக்ஸாம்பிள் இருக்கும் sulfide ஓரில்? sulfide ஓர்னா நமக்கு தெரிஞ்ச எக்ஸாம்பிள் தான் zinc sulfide. So what will happen for the zinc sulfide if it undergoes roasting? In the presence of excess of air, it will convert itself into a zinc oxide. So roasting is carried out on sulfide ore only. Why? That question will arise in your mind. Am I right? So why we are doing that roasting process on the sulfide ore? The point is because the sulfide ore is easy to get escape into that form of gas, so that in order to remove the sulfur we are using this process for the conversion of a metal sulfide ore, that is ore into a metal oxide, that is sulfide ore to metal oxide. So how this roasting is carried out? How this roasting is carried out? Step by step I'll tell you. Roasting is used for the sulfide ore, for the conversion of ore into a metal oxide. So the ore should be oxidized by the heating it with the excess of oxygen. Point out this one, excess of oxygen we have to give for this reaction to carry out. The next thing is, it should be carried out in a suitable furnace. So high temperature, that is high furnace, the temperature we are using here, so we have to take out in the furnace, and this should be heating below the melting point of the metal. So otherwise the metal, that is ore, will be decomposed, so it should be taken out below its melting point. This is the important point for the roasting. So let's see the example. Here we have the examples of for the sulfide ore is PBS, then zinc blende, Last one is copper sulfide. So lead sulfide converted into lead oxide and zinc sulfide is converted to zinc oxide along with sulfur dioxide gas is released. So copper sulfide converted itself into an copper oxide and sulfur dioxide gas is released out. All the sulfide ores are converted into their oxide. So now how does the main function of this roasting? The main function of the roasting is conversion of an ore into an metal oxide. So what will happen as a result of this roasting? Suppose in case if there any moisture is over there, that is can be removed out, and suppose in any impurities are left over along with the ore, that can be converted into the volatile oxides, evaporated, or the impurities will oxide form evaporated. So ore undergoes oxidation. So here the process is, suppose impurities, I told you impurities will be along with the ore. Let's see what are the impurities are present over there. Arsenic, sulfur, phosphorus. How can you remove these impurities? I told you that these impurities will be converted into their volatile oxides. So arsenic converted into arsenic oxide, sulfur is converted to sulfur dioxide, and phosphorus converted into phosphorus pentoxide. These oxides are volatile. So let's see what are the equipments needed for this roasting. So the equipment, first equipment we are seeing here is a rotary kiln. So this is an equipment which is needed for roasting. Roasting is a process of converting a ore into a metal oxide, especially sulfide ore, heating for a melting point. Below its melting point we have to heat, we have to give more oxygen, excess of oxygen we have to give for the roasting. The second one is reverberative furnace. So these are the two equipments which is needed for the roasting process. Now how will you, that is the point we have to think, how will you manage this release of sulfur dioxide when the impurities or else when the ores are converted into the metal oxide? How will you manage the sulfur dioxide? Why? Because the sulfur dioxide while it comes out during roasting process is very harmful to the environment. Okay, so in this metallurgical factories, what they will do, they will trap this byproduct, that is sulfur dioxide. When comes out during this roasting, it will be trapped and convert it into sulfuric acid, because to avoid the air pollution. So that also we have to concentrate. Next one is in roasting, why we have doing that with the conversion of ore into metal oxide, because it can be reduced to metal oxide by even carbon and hydrogen than the metal sulfides. So I hope you will understand this one about roasting. Okay, good, thank you. Here next video is about calcination, that is about the topic unit 1 metallurgy. Keep watching.